Hello everyone, it's Mrs. Ternitza again with your next kindergarten, first and second grade library lesson. We are going to start our unit on research. I would like to be able to teach you guys how to do research like the big kids do. What that means is that we will find a subject, a topic that we like, and we will ask questions about that topic, and then we will find answers to our questions. And I think you guys will really like this. I really wish we could be together to do this at school, but since we can't, I still think you'll enjoy it even though we're doing it from home. Okay, let's get started. Okay, so research. Now, when we do research, it has different steps. The first step is that you need to think of a topic that you would like to learn more about. And since we're not together right now, Miss T has a good idea of what she would like for us to research, and I will talk to you about that in a few minutes. Once you find that topic, that thing that you want to learn about, whether it's an animal, it could be a country, it could be a person, it could be a holiday, it could be anything like that, something that you want to know more about, then you will ask questions. And that's what think and ask means. It means think of something that you want to learn more about and then ask questions about it. What are some things that you want to learn about your topic? Okay, your learning intention is that you can work with your class to develop good research questions, and we will do that together. And success is that you will develop good questions that are open-ended, and Miss T will talk to you about what that means, relates to the topic. So if we pick an animal, then the questions have to be about that animal and require proof from the text or personal experience. What that means is that whatever answer we get to our question, we have to be able to get it from a book. Or we have to be able to, we might already know something about that animal. Okay, how can I find what I need to know about our world? How do I find what I need and want? Well, a lot of times when you start talking about research, finding a topic, learning more about it, of course, if we were in the library, then Miss T would probably ask you to look at everything that's around us. And what would you see around us if we were in the library? Books, right? So a lot of people, when they need to find out something about the world, they need to find out something about what they need or something that they might want, they could look in a book, right? But now with technology the way it is, we can also look on the internet. And there's also different places on the internet that you can go where you can learn a lot about a topic. We have the encyclopedias online. We have things like pebblego, which Miss T is going to show you here in a few minutes, where you can go and find about a lot of different topics. And it can answer a lot of your questions about that topic. Okay. So, these are two videos that help you learn about research. So these are going to help you. The first one's called brainstorming. Now, the main word in brainstorming is what? That first word, brain. And what do you use your brain for? You use to think about things, learn about things. So brainstorming means you would use your brain to think of a topic, of a subject, of something that you would like to know more about. So you might have an animal you might want to learn more about. And then planning is when you take that subject and you decide what are the things that you want to learn about your topic. So that's where you would start asking questions. Okay, first, let's listen to the video about brainstorming, about using your brain to think of a topic.
How to write a research paper for kids. Episode 1, Brainstorming. So, what is a research paper? You write a research paper to teach other people information. You can use books, websites, apps, or other resources.
Okay, guys, so you see you can use books to look up topics and find answers to your questions. You can use a computer, and that's going to be easier right now because we're not at a library where we can look up books. So you can look online, and we'll be using pebblego in a little while, so I'll show that to you. And a lot of people use their iPads too, because you can use iPads to get online, and you can look up maybe online encyclopedias or like pebblego, something that's like an online type of information.
To help you research or find information on a topic. So first, if you don't have a topic yet, you need to brainstorm some ideas. I need to write a research paper about animals, so I'm going to brainstorm some animals that I'm interested in. I will use a graphic organizer to help me brainstorm. I put the topic in the middle and my ideas on the outside. So let's see, what are some different animals I would like to research? I don't know very much about bats. I've never seen one in real life. That could be interesting. Or I've always liked horses. Maybe I could research them. Sometimes I see butterflies in my yard and I wonder what they're doing. Or maybe I could research pandas. I've seen some funny panda videos online. Now I need to choose which one I'm the most interested in. I think I will choose bats. I'm very curious about bats, and I think other people will be interested in them too. So now I'm ready to get started. Watch episode 2 to see how I start to plan my research.
So we watched the brainstorming. Now we are going to watch the planning. So once we pick our animal, and she picked bats, now they are going to do the planning of how they're going to do their research. So let's watch this.
How to write a research paper for kids. Episode 2, Planning. I'm writing a research paper about bats, but first I need to make a plan. I'm going to think about 2 things: what I already know about bats and want to teach others, and what I don't know yet that I'd like to learn. I'm going to start by choosing different categories to research. These are big ideas that I think are important for people to know. I want to research and write about where bats live, what bats can do, what bats look like, and what bats eat. These categories will help me stay organized as I research. So before I begin looking for information, I'll go ahead and write down anything I already know about each category and any questions I'd like to answer when I do my research. This is just a plan, so I don't have to write in full sentences yet. Where bats live. I think bats live in caves. When I research, I'll see if this is true. I'm also wondering if bats live near me in Georgia. What bats can do? Well, I know that bats can fly. I'm wondering how fast they can fly, though. What bats look like? I think bats are dark brown and black, and I know they have fur. I wonder how big a bat can get. What bats eat? I think bats eat bugs, but I'm not sure yet. I'll have to research this too. Now I have a plan to help me get started. Check out episode 3 to see how I use my plan to help me research my topic.
Okay, and we will do that next time. We will watch that episode during our next lesson. Okay, so for kindergarten and first grade, if we were in school, I would let you guys vote between frogs and butterflies. But since we're not, and it would be really hard for me to try to let everybody in kindergarten and first grade vote, I'm going to go ahead and do butterflies. I think you guys will really like them. It is the time of year for butterflies, especially for the monarch butterflies. And with second grade, same thing. I would let you guys vote between these two holidays, but again, we're not together. So I'm just going to pick Independence Day for second grade. It's July 4th, and I know a lot of you guys really like that holiday, and it's in the middle of summer, and you can do lots of fun things together. Okay, so this is pebblego. This is where we are going to do our research. It is a great resource. As you can see, it's got different things about animals, science, biographies, which are stories about real people, and different things about social studies. So for kindergarten and first grade, we'll be using the animal section for the butterflies. And then for the second grade, we'll be using social studies so that we can learn about the 4th of July and where it came from and how we started celebrating it. Okay, so, but what I would like to do now is I just want to get you guys familiar with pebblego. I want you to be able to see it. Now, you guys could actually go on pebblego if you get onto the Andrews Library website. Pebblego is an option. If you go on the library website, and then at the top, you'll see kindergarten, first grade, second grade. And if you click on those on the library website, then pebblego is going to be one of your choices. And it might even be under quick links on the library website. That way you can always explore it when you have more time. So if we go to pebblego, okay, Miss T is going to sign in to pebblego. Okay, and let's just go ahead and look at bats. We'll look at bats just to get an idea of what pebblego, what kind of information it has. So what I could do is if I'm not really sure exactly which one of these groups bats would fall into, all I have to do is go up here to search, and I can type in bats. And it gives me an option for bats, so I'll click on it, and here we go. We've got bats. So this is really cool. If you look at this, you can see that we can learn about the body of bats, the habitat, which is where they live, the food, what they eat, their life cycle, so like how many babies do they have, how long can they live, and some fun facts. So the first one is the body of bats, and if we listen, it will read to us and give us the information about the body. So let's click on this and hear about the body of bats.
Bats are the only mammals with wings. They have a wingspan between 6 inches, 15 centimeters, and 6 feet, 1.8 meters. Bats are different shades of gray, brown, or black.
All right, and then it gives you a nice picture. You can see their wings spread out. That can give you an idea about how wide it is. Now let's look at the habitat. The habitat is where they live.
Bats can be found all over the world, except in very cold northern areas. Bats sleep during the day. They rest in dark, quiet places, like caves.
Okay, awesome. So that tells us where most bats live. Let's learn about their food.
Bats eat at night. They use echolocation to find prey. Most bats eat insects. Some bats also eat plants. A few eat small animals.
Okay, and now let's learn about the life cycle.
Most females give birth to 1 pup per year. Bats are born with their eyes closed. They open a few days after birth. Some kinds of bats live up to 30 years in the wild.
Awesome. So some bats can live a really long time. Okay, let's see what it says about fun facts about bats. Some things we may have never known.
Some male bats attract females by screeching. There are more than 1,100 kinds of bats. Vampire bats drink the blood of cows, pigs, horses, and birds.
Ooh, so there really is a thing called a vampire bat that drinks the bloods of some types of animals. Oh, that's pretty cool. I didn't know that. Okay, so that gives you the idea. If you go back to pebblego, you can learn about animals, science, biographies, social studies. Ooh, and they even have their own thing about dinosaurs, their own section. That is awesome. So what we will do next week is we will start looking up the information on butterflies. And we will type in butterflies up here, and then we will be able to go to where butterflies are, just like we did with bats. Okay, so if we go back here, so that's how we use pebblego. And what we will do next week, since we have, since we are going to do monarch butterflies, I will have this chart for us next week. And what we will do is I will write in here monarch butterflies. We will come up with some good questions that we want to learn about the butterflies before we look at the information on pebblego, before we try getting our information on the topic. So we'll have questions, and here are some good question starters. We have who, what, where, when, how, and why. Whoops, sorry about that. So those are some good words to start your questions. So we'll come up with some good questions next week about our topic. It will be butterflies for kindergarten and first grade. And it'll be Independence Day or July 4th for second grade. And I will do one for each one. So I'll have 2 copies. I'll have one here for butterflies, and we'll do another one for July 4th. So we will come up with our questions, and then we will look at pebblego. We will listen to the information about our topics, and then we will be able to answer our questions. And that's what we will do next week. Okay, and what we can go ahead and do, these are actually brain pop videos. And since we're going to do butterflies, I will go ahead and play the brain pop video for butterflies. And then I will play the brain pop video for July 4th, for Independence Day, for the second graders. Okay, so let's go ahead and watch about butterflies on Brain Pop.
Check it out. It's a butterfly. Don't worry, Moby. It's not going to hurt you. What are butterflies? Butterflies are a type of insect, like ants and beetles. Butterfly bodies have 3 main parts: the head, thorax, and abdomen. And like insects, they also have 3 pairs of legs and 2 antennas. Butterflies use their antennas to smell for food. They drink the nectar of different flowers. They have a special body part called a proboscis, which is like a long straw butterflies use to drink. How do butterflies stay safe? Butterflies have 2 pairs of wings that are covered in tiny scales. They can
be really colorful and have cool patterns. Some butterflies use their bright colors to warn that they're poisonous. Other butterflies fool predators by looking like poisonous butterflies, even though they're not. Others use camouflage and hide in their environment to stay safe. Some butterflies have dark colors on one side, but when they open their wings, they're really colorful. This surprises predators and scares them away. Cool, a caterpillar. How do butterflies grow and change? A life cycle describes how living things grow and change. Adult female butterflies lay their eggs on leaves and other places. Different butterflies lay their eggs on different plants. Many butterflies lay eggs on plants that will be food for their young. When an egg hatches, a larva crawls out. Right, Moby? The larva is called a caterpillar. Caterpillars can be colorful and have different patterns. Some caterpillars are even hairy. The caterpillar eats and eats to grow. It even sheds its skin as it gets bigger. Some caterpillars are really tiny, but others are really big. Then the caterpillar changes into a pupa, which is also called a chrysalis. Not all caterpillars spin cocoons. Some moth caterpillars spin a cocoon around them and turn into a pupa inside. But butterfly caterpillars do not make cocoons. The pupa goes through metamorphosis. It can take a few days or even a few weeks. During metamorphosis, the pupa grows wings and goes through other big changes to become an adult. Adult butterflies and moths look a lot different from caterpillars. Some butterflies migrate and travel for many miles so they can lay their eggs in warmer or drier places. There are many different kinds of butterflies around the world. I like observing butterflies in our community and keeping track of what I see. There's really nothing to be afraid of, Moby. I think it likes you.
Okay, good job. Now we will watch a video about Independence Day or 4th of July for 2nd grade.
Independence Day, celebrated on the 4th of July, is considered the birthday of the United States. On July 4th, 1776, representatives of the 13 colonies signed the Declaration of Independence, which stated that the colonies had the right to freedom and did not have to live under the rule of a king. After winning the Revolutionary War against Great Britain, the colonies united as a new nation, free to govern itself. John Adams, the second president of the United States, had the idea to celebrate every anniversary of Independence Day with parades, games, and fireworks across the land. So for more than 200 years, on every 4th of July, people in the United States remember Independence Day. They march in parades, gather together for cookouts, display the national colors, and enjoy fireworks that light up the towns of the free nation. What's your favorite way to celebrate America's birthday?
Okay, guys, good job. All right. So we have talked about the first few steps of research. Think, meaning coming up with a topic, and ask, what questions can we come up with? And I got you familiar with pebblego, so you know where we're going to go and do our research. And we are also going to come up with our questions next week. Who, what, where, when, how, and why when we are talking about either butterflies or the 4th of July, Independence Day. So we will start our questions next week. So that is the lesson for this week. So we have started our research like the big kids, and we will continue it next week. So I will be with you next week with another lesson on the next steps of research and coming up with our good research questions. So I hope you guys have a great rest of your week, and I will talk to you soon. Bye-bye.